Now I'm going to explain you how to generate the delay using the timer. So for timer programming, what are the different registers required? This is the basic requirement whenever you are going to write down the delay. The first register is the timer register. So it is of 16 bit. First 8 bit is the timer 0 lower register, then timer 0 higher register. This is TCON, that is timer control register. It is of 8 bit. Timer 0 on whenever it is 1. Timer is on whenever 0, stop the timer. T0 8 bit. If it is 1, then you configure the timer as 8 bit. If it is 0, they configure as 16 bit. T0CS, this is the timer 0 clock source bit. If it is 1, then there is the external clock. If it is 0, we have used internal clock. Timer 0 AC, timer 0 source A selection bit. If it is 1, then it is incremented on high to low transition. If it is 0, increment on low to high transition. This is the prescaler TSA. If it is 1, then bypass the prescaler. If it is 0, then you require the prescaler. Next, these are the prescaler value. If it is 0, 0, 0, then it is 1:2 prescaler value. Means whatever the oscillator frequency, you know that whatever the oscillator frequency, you get the internal frequency by divide by 4. If you have select it is 1:2 prescaler, then again you are going to divide by 2. If you have select 1:4, then divide by 4 like this. So suppose this is the example. Find the value of T0 con if you want to program timer 0, 16 bit, no prescaler, use P18F oscillator 4. So you see that timer is not started, so it is 0. What is this bit? 0 for if you are going to use the 16 bit timer. So here it is written 16 bit, so this value is 0. Then what is this bit? 1 for external clock, 0 for internal clock. So we have used internal clock, F oscillator by 4, so we have taken it as 0. Then what is this? 1 for positive, 1 for 0 for low to high transitions. So we have select the whatever the output changes from lower to higher, then this bit is 1. See that if it is 1, if it is 1, then timer 0 clock input bypass, we're not going to use the prescaler value, so it is 1. After that, since we are not going to use any prescaler value, so these are 0. So this is my value. If you have L in decimal, this is 0 and this is 8. Then the important thing, you require the flag. This is the polling method writing down the program. Since it is the 16-bit timer, so TMR0, TMR88, 16. So whenever the value is more than FFFF, then there is the overflow occur. Until there is no overflow, the flag is 0. Whenever there is the overflow, the flag is 1. So by checking this flag, we can know that either there is the overflow occur or not. So whatever my oscillator frequency, it is divided by 4. So now my timer is started. So whatever the value of timer register, in every cycle it is incremented, and whenever it is just FFFFF, there is the overflow occur and my flag is set to 1. So you see that, suppose example, my initial value is FFFF2, then the flag is 0, FFF3, the flag is 0. Whenever FFF, the flag is 0, and whenever in the next cycle it is again incremented, then this value is 1. This is the most important thing, how you are going to calculate the value, which value is going to load it in the timer register. So here there is a problem statement given for a crystal frequency of 10 megahertz. Okay, you are going to write down the program. So whenever this is the crystal frequency is given 10 megahertz and no prescaler value is given, first you know that the internal frequency is the crystal frequency divided by 4. So how you can do this? So frequency 10 megahertz, 2.5 megahertz, time equal to 1 by frequency. So it is 0.4 microsecond. So first divide the desired time delay by 0.4 microsecond. Then subtract this value from 65536. Then decimal value get. Then we convert to the hex. Suppose the value is YYXS. So XS is loaded in the timer 0 lower register and YY is loaded in the timer 0 higher register. So this is the example. Suppose 10 megahertz crystal frequency, 10 megahertz XTL, and we are going to generate a 10 millisecond square wave on this port B. How you are going to write down this program? So you know that 10 millisecond means square wave. So 5 millisecond on, 5 millisecond off. So our aim is that whenever 5 millisecond is over, then there is the overflow occur and whatever my signal, it should be complemented. So 5 millisecond divided by 0.4. So it is 12,500. Then subtract this from 65536. Now in the previous slide we have seen the calculation. So it is 53036. If we have converted to the hex value, then it is CF to CS. Therefore we have to load H TMR0H with CF and TMR0L with 2C. Now we are going to see that how to write down the program. So first include the header file. Now you have seen the calculation. We have generated CF to C. So in the TMR0H I have loaded CF. In the lower register I have loaded 2C void main. I have to generate the pulses at port B. So port B is as use put. TRA SV00, the direction is 00, port B, the value of port B is 00. Students, remember that in my program what I have done, it is square wave. Then how you are going to see without using the CRO, how you are going to see the output on the port B. So square wave means it is for 10 milliseconds. So for 5 millisecond it is on, then for 5 second it is off. Okay. So for this manner, I have to calculate the value. So whatever the value first, load the timer. So my timer is loaded with the value. Then I start the timer. T0 register, timer control register, I have already discussed. Everyone just look at here. I told that whenever there is the overflow, then only the flag bit is 1. So why not incon_bit.tmr0if? It means that until tmr0if is not set to 1, it remain in the same loop. And whenever it is 1, it is out of the loop. So it is out of this line. Then latch B equal to complement of latch B. Suppose what if in previously if it is on, then it is off. Again in the next cycle it is on, off. So continuously square wave is generated. Next incon bit, whatever the flag is 1, now make it 0. Again load the timer and this process is going to be continue. Okay. So if it is, see that for 5 millisecond it is on, for 5 millisecond it is off. Okay. So now we are going to see this output by playing one video. See the program generate a delay. We have to generate one square wave on the port B. So for 10 milliseconds, so you know that in the program I have already explained 10 milliseconds square wave means 5 milliseconds it is the on period, and after 5 milliseconds it is the off period. And already I told in my kit my port B is connected to the LED. So if you have seen that, now what is the condition of LED here? I have already executed the program. I have burned the program in the kit. Now I am going to check the output. If for 5 seconds my LED is on, and after 5 milliseconds it should be off. So I just press the reset key. So just look at the program, look at the output in the LED. So it is flashing. Okay, so if you have connected the CRO, then we are going to see the output, that is square wave, but for this we require digital to analog conversion. So in this way we have to see that for 5 milliseconds the square wave is on, and for 5 milliseconds the square wave is off. So this is my